Spanning over 29,000 feet and home to awe-inspiring mysteries, Mount Everest is a world within our world. From the haunting zone of no return to the surreal Rainbow Valley adorned with frozen stories, Everest echoes with the secrets of over 200 souls. And have you ever wondered about the strange sounds that echo through Mount Everest at night? Speaking of mysteries, what's your take on the Yeti footprints found by mountaineer Eric Shipton in 1951? Get ready to explore through 17 terrifying discoveries made by scientists who have ventured into the heart of the Mount Everest mysteries. 17. Mallory and Irvine. In 1924, George Mallory and Sandy Irvine, British climbers, vanished on Everest's treacherous slopes, leaving an enduring mystery. Mallory, seasoned and drawn to Everest's spell, set out with Irvine, aiming to conquer the summit with newfound oxygen knowledge. They were last seen as tiny dots near the top, but they never returned. Fast forward to 1999, Mallory's body was found, but the camera, potential proof of their triumph, remained elusive. The mystery lingered, intensified by Mallory's unfulfilled promise to place his wife's photo on the summit, a photo missing from his pocket upon discovery. Now, let's delve into the chilling details. The 1924 expedition faced challenges: epic climbs, oxygen experiments, and a fateful last attempt on June 8th. Noel Odell, a support climber, witnessed Mallory and Irvine nearing the summit, only for them to vanish into the clouds. Shift to a more recent revelation, a haunting connection to Mallory's promise. What if Mallory and Irvine were the first to conquer Everest, a revelation obscured by time and circumstances? The missing camera, the absent photo, clues lost in Everest's icy grasp. Cut to present-day scientists grappling with the terrifying discovery. Mallory's legacy, once an awe-inspiring tale, takes a new turn. The revelation that Mallory and Irvine might have conquered Everest sparks debates, shrouded in the lingering uncertainty of the missing camera and photo. 16. The zone of no return. On Mount Everest, beyond 8,000 meters, lies a perilous realm known as the Zone of No Return. This desolate region, also ominously referred to as the Death Zone, reveals one of the most alarming discoveries. Here the air is so thin that it can barely sustain life, becoming a deadly obstacle for climbers. Fatalities on Everest predominantly occur in this inhospitable zone, where even with supplemental oxygen, climbers struggle to breathe. The harsh weather conditions further amplify the peril, often compelling climbers to make a heart-wrenching choice: retreat or risk their lives. The Death Zone, as its name implies, is a place where only the bravest or the foolhardy dare to venture. It becomes a battleground where the human spirit clashes with the unforgiving forces of nature. The thin air not only challenges physical endurance, but tests the limits of human resilience. As climbers ascend into this treacherous realm, the very air they breathe turns into a formidable adversary, pushing them to the brink. The Death Zone is a stark reminder of Everest's merciless nature, where survival demands courage and caution. This chilling discovery sheds light on the harrowing reality faced by those who dare to challenge the world's highest peak, unveiling a zone where life hangs by the thinnest thread. 15. Haunted Mountain. Mount Everest, the world's highest peak, harbors more than just breathtaking heights. Climbers scaling its icy slopes have reported mysterious and eerie occurrences, adding a chilling dimension to the mountain's mystique. In 2004, Sherpa Pemba Dorje shared a bone-chilling tale. While ascending Everest, he claimed to witness dark figures materializing out of thin air, extending hands as if pleading for assistance or sustenance. His belief? These were the spectral remnants of deceased climbers trapped in an otherworldly limbo. Pemba Dorje's account is not isolated. Numerous climbers attest to hearing voices, witnessing unexplained lights, or feeling icy touches on Everest's unforgiving terrain. 14. Sherpas attack. In a shocking turn of events on Mount Everest, British climber John Griffith and his companions faced a life-threatening encounter with an angry mob of Sherpas. This harrowing discovery unfolded as tensions escalated over an argument higher up the mountain. Griffith, along with Swiss alpinist Ueli Steck and Italian climber Simone Moro, found themselves surrounded by up to 100 Sherpas, armed with rocks and scarves hiding their faces. The confrontation reached a point where negotiation was impossible, and the situation turned perilous. A timely warning from American climber Melissa Arnott, the only woman to have climbed Everest 4 times, played a crucial role in saving lives. Arnott alerted Griffith and his friends to the imminent attack, prompting a hurried retreat under the protection of other Western climbers at Camp 2. Despite attempts to mediate the conflict, Griffith and his companions decided to abandon their climb and return home due to the unimaginable nature of the incident. The confrontation, initially sparked by a quarrel over perceived disrespect of Sherpa rules and traditions, escalated into a terrifying mob attack. This disturbing episode sheds light on the complexities and tensions on Everest, where cultural clashes and long-standing frustrations erupted into violence. The climbers, once hoping for a divine experience, were thrust into a nightmare, showcasing the unsettling reality that can unfold on the world's highest peak. Strange sounds. As night falls on the Himalayas, Mount Everest unveils a spine-chilling symphony that haunts the dreams of mountaineers. The cacophony of eerie noises reverberating through the valleys is a nightmarish revelation linked to the drastic temperature drops in the high-altitude glaciers surrounding Everest. In 2018, glaciologist Evgeny Podolsky and his team embarked on a seismic research mission in the Nepalese Himalayas, specifically the Tracading-Trambau glacier system. Their findings unveiled the source of the mysterious sounds, sharp temperature drops causing the ice to fracture with a resounding boom. The team spent weeks on the glacier, enduring the extreme conditions, and confirmed their discovery upon analyzing seismographic data at sea level. The nightly explosive cracks, echoing like the mountain's wrath, are a result of the dramatic temperature fluctuations in the region. As the sun sets, the temperature plunges, causing the ice within the glacier to fracture. This startling revelation builds on the ongoing investigation into glacier behavior amidst the warming effects of climate change. Dave Hahn, an experienced climber with 15 Everest summits, described the unsettling sounds as chunks of snow and ice crashing down from the peaks. The unbearable noise disrupts sleep, turning Everest into a living nightmare for climbers. 12. The scariest day. In 2015, mountaineer Jim Davidson faced the scariest day of his life on Everest. A magnitude 7.8 earthquake struck, causing avalanches that left climbers stranded and base camp devastated. With thoughts of his family in his mind, Davidson, now 58, felt an urgent need to survive and reunite with his loved ones. The aftermath saw Davidson trapped for 11 days, contributing to rescue efforts. The earthquake claimed 18 lives on Everest and nearly 9,000 across Nepal. Despite the trauma, Davidson remained determined to achieve his dream of reaching Everest's summit. In 2016, he embarked on a challenging journey back to Everest, training rigorously for hours each day while balancing family responsibilities. 11. Footprint of Yeti. In 1951, mountaineer Eric Shipton captured the world's first photograph of mysterious Yeti footprints near Mount Everest, sparking a nearly 70-year-long quest for answers. The recent images from the Indian Army mountaineering expedition only add to the album of photographic evidence, renewing fascination with the elusive creature. American scholar Daniel C. Taylor spent 60 years tracking the Yeti across the Himalayas, concluding in his 2017 book that the Yeti is a bear, emphasizing the role of myths surrounding it. The legend's roots intertwine with local cultures, each valley having a unique Yeti mythology. While scientific studies, including DNA analysis, have aimed to demystify the Yeti, inconclusive results persist. Whether encountering giant footprints or exploring ancient legends, the Yeti remains a captivating mystery, weaving together elements of nature, culture, and the unknown. 10. Wildlife of Everest. In the daunting heights of Everest, where one might not expect wildlife to thrive, there exists a surprising revelation, a vibrant ecosystem of creatures defying the extreme conditions. Despite the unpredictable weather and high altitude, Everest, standing at 29,029 feet, hosts a variety of resilient inhabitants. Himalayan jumping spiders, tiny yet robust, withstand the harsh conditions, showcasing nature's adaptability. Back in 1924, a British expedition stumbled upon unique grasshopper specimens exclusive to Everest, emphasizing the mountain's role in biodiversity. The elusive snow leopard, a symbol of wilderness, gracefully navigates the slopes, while the Himalayan tahr, a horned mammal adapted to rocky cliffs, roams the heights. 9. Russian expedition. In 1952, a daring Soviet expedition set out to conquer Mount Everest with an audacious plan to place statues of Lenin and Stalin on the summit. Unfortunately, the endeavor ended in tragedy as the team, led by Pavel Dachnolian, faced a fatal fate at their final camp at 26,000 feet. Surprisingly, this devastating event remains in obscurity, with Soviet authorities denying the expedition's existence. Decades later, a shocking discovery unraveled the mystery when, in 2017, a rescue team found 4 bodies in a tent at the 4th camp. Strangely, none of the official agencies had reported missing climbers that year, leaving the climbers anonymous and their story shrouded in enigma. Climbers don't vanish without a trace, making this discovery on the world's highest mountain even more perplexing. In the next part of the video, you will discover the mystery of 200 souls. Stay tuned to find out. 8. Massive poop. At number 8, Everest's post-climbing party reveals an environmental disaster. The surge in climbers, reaching an estimated 700 this season, has left the world's highest peak strewn with abandoned tents and human waste. Climbing expeditions, some costing as little as $30,000 per climber, cut costs, neglecting proper waste disposal. This year's impact shocked cleanup crews, especially on South Col, Everest's highest campsite at 8,000 meters, now cluttered with scattered tents and trash. Exhausted climbers, battling high-altitude conditions, often leave heavy tents behind, compounding the litter issue. Dawa Stephen Sherpa, leading cleanup efforts for 12 years, highlighted the challenge of bringing down tents from hazardous altitudes. Logos on tents are deliberately removed, hindering identification of culprits. The issue extends to human waste, with around 8,000 kilograms left at Camp 2 alone, posing a health risk to those living at the base camp who use melted snow for drinking water. Calls for regulations and biodegradable bags echo, urging action to preserve Everest's sanctity and the safety of climbers. 7. Rainbow Valley. At number 7, the alluring but treacherous Rainbow Valley unveils itself in the death zone of Mount Everest. This deadly region, above 26,000 feet, challenges even the most experienced climbers due to thin air, extreme cold, and oxygen scarcity. Rainbow Valley, near the summit, displays a stunning array of colors, which isn't a cheerful sight but a somber reminder of climbers who lost their lives, frozen and preserved in their vibrant jackets. 6. Julius Sturck. In 2017, the mountaineering world lost a legend, Julius Sturck, also known as the Swiss Machine. His aspiration was unprecedented: to climb Everest from both sides in one continuous journey, a feat never accomplished before. Sturck had already triumphed over daunting peaks like Tenkompochi and Annapurna, setting speed records and earning accolades for his courage. Known for his exceptional speed, grace, and audacity, Sturck navigated the most challenging routes effortlessly, earning the respect of fellow climbers. However, tragedy struck in April 2017 on the western part of Everest's standard route, a path he had conquered previously. In a cruel twist of fate, Sturck lost his balance and fell over 275 meters to his death. The exact cause remains uncertain. Melting snow, slippery ice, or oxygen deprivation, perhaps just bad luck. 5. Marine fossils. At number 5, scientists are bewildered by the recent revelation from NASA. Marine fossils discovered at the peak of Mount Everest. This eerie find, supporting plate tectonics theory, suggests that Everest was once submerged in the ocean over a staggering 100 million years due to tectonic plate movements. While some connect this discovery to the biblical flood narrative, NASA insists it aligns with scientific understanding. The mountain's formation, a result of tectonic shifts, challenges conventional wisdom and raises questions about Earth's ancient past. This startling revelation leaves researchers and the public intrigued, pondering the mysteries concealed within Everest's history. 4. The Guardian Angel. At number 4, we unveil the incredible tale of two British climbers, Dougal Haston and Doug Scott, who conquered Everest's summit in 1975, only to find themselves trapped overnight in the unforgiving death zone. Stranded without oxygen, food, and facing a dying heater, their survival seemed impossible. However, in the midst of despair, an extraordinary occurrence unfolded. In their icy refuge, a mysterious and comforting presence joined them, a guardian angel in the freezing night. This ethereal entity spoke words of wisdom, providing the climbers with tips and encouragement to brave the perilous conditions. In the bleakness of the death zone, they discovered they were not alone, and the guardian angel had graced others before them. 3. Maurice Wilson. At number 3, we delve into the captivating life of Maurice Wilson, a man whose story unfolds like a riveting adventure of trauma, spiritual awakening, and post-war daring. In 1934, Wilson, son of a Bradford mill owner, attempted a solo climb of Mount Everest, armed with little more than faith and determination. Wilson, a dreamer and World War I veteran, began on this daring quest with no mountaineering experience. His journey was fueled by a spiritual awakening in 1932, intertwining prayer and fasting. 2. The Vanishing Snowboarder. Number 2 unveils the extraordinary tale of Marco Siffredi, a daring snowboarder who defied the odds on the treacherous slopes of Mount Everest. In 2001, Siffredi achieved the impossible, descending Everest from summit to base in just 2 hours, conquering the perilous Norton Couloir. Unsatisfied, he returned the following year, aiming for the even more Hornbein Couloir. Ignoring the Sherpa's warnings about the changing weather and his own exhaustion, Siffredi embarked on his second ascent. On the summit, amid darkening clouds, Siffredi faced a dilemma, heeding the Sherpa's advice to descend and camp for the night, or pursue his dream immediately. 1. The Green Boots. Number 1 delves into the haunting truth of Mount Everest, boasting the world's highest peak, but holding a grim distinction as the most lethal mountain. With a toll of over 200 climbers lost on its slopes, many of them remain preserved in a frozen tableau, a morbid testament to the mountain's unforgiving nature. Sawang Paljor, known as Green Boots due to his distinctive footwear, met his fate in a fierce 1996 storm. What do you think about these discoveries on Mount Everest? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.